Stop using church intimidation, control and manipulation. Jezebel and all them spirits fall back, not trying to hear it. Go with Jesus, walk in peace. On your pew can sit that beast that we're fighting in the world. I'm that JC Supergirl, Jesus Christ, belt of truth, arm of God, I'm slaying you. Power of the word, two-edged sword. MC Heaven rocks for her Lord. Thought they crept in unaware, didn't see the gatekeeper standing right there. Not getting down with your tactics, undoctrinal practice.
Hey everybody, Shalom, and which means peace and blessings. Thank you all for joining in on the Crystal Jones Show. Welcome to the show. I am your talk show host, Crystal Jones, and I'm glad to see you come. I have a lot of information to share with you, and want you to sit back and enjoy. And matter of fact, share this. Let people know that the show is on. Let me give you my contact information. You could watch me every week on bronxnet.tv. You can watch me on Optimum Channel 68 and Fios Channel 2134 every Sunday from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. All right. Also on YouTube and Facebook, you can catch my episodes at the Crystal Jones TV show. If you just type that in, you'll see the latest episodes of my show. I download them every week, so you'll be able to catch up. If you missed Sunday, you can still watch the episodes of my show. All right. Also, come visit me at Instagram, the Crystal Jones Show, and you could write me a message if you like at thecrystaljoneshow@gmail.com if you have any ideas, or you want to be a guest on the show, or you have an idea for a guest someone who would like to be a guest on my show. All right. So we're going to get into the news today. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about, which I really, y'all know, I'm going to give y'all my opinion. This sounds crazy. We ran out of fuel on the East Coast. What? Ran out of fuel with the Colonial, watch that word, Colonial, pipeline shut down due to last week's ransom hacking. The eastern United States has found itself running out of fuel. The line was shut down on Friday as a precaution, and we've since learned that. Hold on, I'm sorry, this thing. Oh boy, so sorry. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to what I had. Basically, they allowed somebody to get into the line. They allow people to hack into the line of where our fuel is stored. Can you believe that? In this country, we don't have enough precautions or, a security that people can't hack into the line for our fuel. That is like totally ridiculous. I don't even understand that. I'm this week I just been looking like, what? They allow somebody to hack the line for the fuel. They weren't even checking it. They don't have anybody watching over that. That's crazy. It doesn't even make sense at all that this country, as smart as we're supposed to be here, who allowed that to happen? I really don't understand that. That should not even happen here. It really shouldn't. That goes to show you that we're watching so many things that you're not watching the things that you should be. We're so worried about all this other crazy stuff that we're not, things like that shouldn't even get past us. Because that sends a bad signal out to other countries about us, right? Okay, so now last week I, shared with you all about the fire chief that told the local police to stop responding to Black neighborhoods. All right, now this week I'm seeing that he resigned. I bet he did. But that was crazy what this man was telling the police by way of social media. He had gone onto his social media account and was telling the police to stop responding to Black neighborhoods that just let them kill each other. And then fake news won't have anything to report. But when they caught up with him, he had a whole different story going on about how, oh, I want us to heal together. Oh, I can imagine how that sounded now. And I definitely didn't mean, to say anything like that. But I want us all to, get together and heal and all of this kind of stuff. But for you to say that just let Black people kill each other, okay, how come you didn't say that about your people? You're white. Y'all have a lot of problems in your community with everybody. You have problems with your youth. Uh, y'all have shootouts just like we do. Okay. So what makes you any better than us? You're not. So, I mean, and we know that he's probably said he was sorry because why he don't want to lose his pension. And that's why he probably resigned, is to not, I better resign because I don't want to lose out on my pension. But to have said something like that, to then say, I want us all to heal together. Come on, we know you're lying. All right. So worry about your people and stop trying to demonize ours. Yes, we do have problems in our community. And yes, we are working on the different problems that we have. We use different platforms to talk to our youth, our aged, or our people that are aging and stuff like that, our people that are middle age, that are in their 20s, all different age groups. We have a lot of different things that we do to try to reach our people. So maybe you should mind your business and work on your own people and stop trying to demonize other cultures. All right. Because I'm pretty sure it's not just our culture that you pick on. We get picked on the most, but I mean, that's ridiculous, especially somebody at that age. He should be a lot more settled and a lot more mature. So that's ridiculous. Anyway, that I was last week working on the Black Excellence list because a lot of our people are, kind of saying, well, now that we're, building our communities and things like that, what about what happened in Tulsa and all of that, Tulsa, Oklahoma, where they burnt down Black Wall Street? But that was one area. Last week, I showed you several areas of basically in the DMV area, which is Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, where our people have thriving communities. I shared with you, I live in a very good Black community, and the way that we do policing here is totally different. We have peace officers. So if something's going wrong, like, if they're having fighting or whatever's going on in people's homes, whatever, I don't know. The first people that are going to be on the scene are peace officers, and they're going to look like us. They're Black. So they're going to be able to talk to us, okay, in the proper manner. All right. They're not going to come kicking our door down, slamming our kids on the floor and get out on the ground, get out, and all of that kind of crap. So this is why I agree that we should probably have our own police department in Black communities, because then we have people who live within our communities that are on that force and they're able to talk to us. Probably some of them know us, so, and it's less likely that they're going to try to show off on us, because now we see you. And we also have we have a board of directors. So anything you try to do that's off, you're going to get caught. Okay. So it's easier probably when you're dealing with your own people. All right. Not that, we've tried it with white policing. That doesn't work. They are afraid of us and they have a different view of Black people. So it just does not work well at all. You have a few police officers that maybe, have the type of attitude that they can deal with people from other cultures. But since the inception of the police force wasn't done in a just way, there was always a problem that we're dealing with now. Even in other areas in New York, you have a lot of racial dealings with police when it comes to white police officers dealing with black neighborhoods. It just does not work. Okay. So that part, I will agree, we do need our own people. Okay. But this shouldn't stop us from building our own communities and that type of thing. And I wanted you to see there are different communities around America, black communities that are thriving. Now, black people are not these poor people that they portray us to be. Every culture has poor people within it, but the more we educate our people and whatnot, our people will thrive and do better. But the main thing I keep telling y'all, come back to the Lord our God and serve him. All right. So we're going to see a quick video on some of the areas in North Carolina, some of the prospering black communities. All right, let's take a look.
Hello and welcome back. In this Black Excellence presentation, we will highlight the top 10 hottest zip codes for African Americans in the state of North Carolina.
Welcome to blackexcellence.com, the site where we share Black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
African American neighborhoods or Black communities are types of ethnic enclaves found in many cities in the United States. Wealthy African American homeowners have gravitated to these affluent neighborhoods in pursuit of lower crime rates, better schools, and neighbors who share their socioeconomic demographics. Today, we will take a look at communities that have populations of African Americans that are at least 30%, and median household income is greater than $50,000. These prestigious neighborhoods are where African Americans are succeeding in terms of income, home ownership, and academic achievement. This top 10 list highlights zip codes in North Carolina, and our researchers have factored basic indicators such as cost of living, economic equality, and livability. In this original Black Excellence video, we will be featuring the hottest zip codes and most affluent Black communities in North Carolina. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 10, zip code 27610 in Raleigh, North Carolina, Wake County. Raleigh is the capital of the state of North Carolina and is the second largest city in the state. It is a cosmopolitan city, but with a small town feel. It's large enough so that you're always meeting new people, but small enough where people know your face, and that's all they need to know. It's a tale of two cities, one that can also be quiet and suburban, with access to city parks and great schools. Raleigh is one of America's fastest growing cities of recent years, with an economic base led by banking and finance that's pushed income levels into the upper third of America's largest metro areas. The city of Oaks can be one with a thriving nightlife, unique history, fascinating architecture, and unique culinary options on every corner. Raleigh consistently ranks high among the Times, Forbes, Fortune, and Money magazine's list of the top places to live in the country. Some of the key factors that researchers and surveyed citizens rank high include economic health, public school performance, nightlife, cost of living, housing, and diversity. Raleigh's proximity to Durham and Chapel Hill and its relatively young, diverse, and educated population offers so much to love about the city of Oaks. And its public school system is generally strong and crime is low. Zip code 27610 in Raleigh, North Carolina has an African American population of almost 51,000, which represents 66% of the zip code's total population. Part of what makes the community so great in Raleigh are the people who call the city home. The happiness of the people who live here is a product of everything Raleigh has to offer. This community has a niche.com rating of an A due to its diversity, good public schools, and great family environment. The graduation rate for high school students living in zip code 27610 is 83%. The school system that serves this area has a ratio of 16 students per teacher. The economy of Raleigh, North Carolina employs 717,000 people. The 3 highest paid jobs held by residents of Raleigh, North Carolina by median earnings are 1. Computer engineering science occupations, 2. Architecture and engineering occupations, and 3. Professional and technical services. Number 9, zip code 28214 in Charlotte, North Carolina, Mecklenburg County. The Queen City is the most populous city in the state of North Carolina. Charlotte's millennial population growth ranks as one of the highest in the nation, and it is the 3rd fastest growing major city in the United States. Charlotte is home to several corporate banking headquarters, such as Bank of America. Charlotte has a humid subtropical climate and is equal parts old-fashioned Southern charm and high-energy cosmopolitan bustle. It is a metro area on the rise and has its own culture, culinary sophistication, and unique feel that makes it a more enticing place for people from all over the world. Charlotte is a standalone destination now, no longer living in the shadow of Atlanta. Living in Charlotte offers residents an urban-suburban mixed feel, and there are lots of restaurants, coffee shops, and parks. Zip code 28214 in Charlotte has an African American population of almost 17,000, which represents 41% of the zip code's total population. It is a melting pot that's filled with new restaurants to try and events that attract people from all over. Charlotte neighbors draw their distinct characters from hallmarks such as lush parks and greenways, world-class museums, lively breweries, and quirky boutiques. This community has a niche.com rating of an A due to its great diversity, job market, and a good family environment. The graduation rate for high school students living in zip code 28214 is 84%. The school system that serves this area has a ratio of 17 students per teacher. The economy of Charlotte, North Carolina employs 473,000 people. The 3 highest paid jobs held by residents of Charlotte, North Carolina by median earnings are 1. Financial and insurance occupations, 2. Computer engineering science occupations, and 3. Legal occupations. Number 8, zip code 28273 in Charlotte, North Carolina, Mecklenburg County. The people that you meet in Charlotte, North Carolina is one of the best aspects of living in the Queen City. It doesn't take long to realize that it's an intimate community where everyone is passionate to make it one of the best cities to live, work, and play. The Center City's nightlife scene includes a wide variety of bars, restaurants, clubs, pubs, live music, events, entertainment, and so much more. Restaurants in Charlotte are part of what makes the city such a great place to live. Although the summers can get quite hot, the weather here doesn't get any better, as the area enjoys all 4 seasons. Springs are gorgeous, winters are mild, and the fall features some absolutely stunning foliage and scenery. There are so many great destinations to visit, from cultural centers to art museums, from amusement parks to large concert venues. Not to mention, there are plenty of outdoor green spaces, year-round golf, and Lake Norman, the perfect day trip or family getaway. Zip code 28273 in Charlotte has an African American population of almost 3,500, which represents 33% of the zip code's total population. The median salary of Charlotte is greater than the U.S. average, and with its wide array of industries and occupations, it is an attractive choice for anyone looking to relocate and start anew. This community has a niche.com rating of an A due to its great diversity, great housing market, and a good family environment. A lot of the best neighborhoods actually surround the uptown Charlotte area, where creativity, comfort, and convenience all collide. The graduation rate for high school students living in zip code 28273 is 87%. The school system that serves this area has a ratio of 15 students per teacher. The economy of Charlotte, North Carolina employs 473,000 people. The 3 highest paid jobs held by residents of Charlotte, North Carolina by median earnings are 1. Financial and insurance occupations, 2. Computer engineering science occupations, and 3. Legal occupations. Number 7, zip code 27545 in Knightdale, North Carolina, Wake County. Knightdale is an emerging city with a magnetic energy fueled by the optimism and brainpower of a young population. Just 9 miles from downtown Raleigh, Knightdale is one of the fastest growing towns in North Carolina and has one of the highest projected job growth rates in the area. Knightdale is ranked among the best places in the country to live, and if you're in the market for a hometown with some southern charm, Knightdale is a great place to look. Knightdale's parks and greenway trails are another popular draw, offering walkers, runners, and cyclists the opportunity to tour the town's scenic landscape and links them up with Raleigh's sprawling Neuse River Greenway Trail. The town's first master plan community, Knightdale Station, is one of Knightdale's main attraction, as well as its healthy economy, affordable homes, and high quality of life. Zip code 27545 in Knightdale has an African American population of a little over 10,000, which represents 38% of the zip code's total population. Knightdale has a very active government. The town appears to be making careful and thoughtful decisions about managing growth and taking citizens' ideas and desires for their home into consideration. This community has a niche.com rating of an A due to its excellent diversity, job opportunities, and a great family environment. The graduation rate for high school students living in zip code 27545 is 88%. The school system that serves this area has a ratio of 16 students per teacher. The economy of Knightdale, North Carolina employs 8,000 people, but nearby Raleigh employs over 715,000. The 3 highest paid jobs held by residents of Knightdale and Raleigh, North Carolina by median earnings are 1. Computer engineering science occupations, 2. Professional and technical occupations, and 3. Management of companies and enterprises.
So we see that this can be done, and it's being done. I'm a witness. I'm telling you about my own neighborhood. It can be done. Yes, it takes a lot of work. Yes, we're going to have a lot of disagreements, but that's in every culture. If they tell you, any culture of people that tell you, oh, yeah, we just get along so glad, but they're lying. All right. People are opinionated, and you have different things. But we as a culture of people, Black people, we need to come together even more, continue to build our communities and things like that. Other cultures do it too. So I'm not being prejudiced. I'm just saying that we're a culture of people, and we need to keep our culture alive and thriving. And we're like the most hated group in the earth. All right. But hey, so what? We've got to continue to move on and live and strive and thrive as we always have done. We did it when we were in bondage in different places. Okay. This here, according to the Bible, is going to be the last captivity that we're in. So while we are here, okay, we need to continue to build our communities and educate our people. Did you see the large number of graduation? But yet, when you see, the things that they talk about in a lot of these other states, you would think that we're the worst people on the earth. Nonsense. Okay. We need to continue. We need to homeschool our children as well. Where we need to do that. There are some areas that homeschooling will work better. All right. Other areas, we have schools that are predominantly Black. We have one right down the street here from where I live. And matter of fact, there's more than one. But this is what we need to do. Stop thinking about that one place called Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. No, we have plenty of up and coming Black neighborhoods in the United States. Okay. So we need to work on that here. And if you're watching me from anywhere else, if you're in other countries, Black, countries, do those things in your countries. It's time for our people to come together and do, what we have to do. All right. So now, on a sadder note, I'm going to be bringing about our missing children for this week. And I have a picture of 3 children, and I'm going to go from left to right. All right. So starting with the young man on the left, his name is Jeremiah Jones. He's 13. He was last seen inside his home in the Mount Hope section of the Bronx at 11 a.m. on this past Monday. Okay, he is 6'1". He weighs 150 pounds and was last seen wearing a green jacket, black pants, and red sneakers. Okay, so we're here in the month of May. So that means, you know, he was just missing a few days ago. All right. Today, you know, is the week of May the 11th. So May the 10th, rather. So he went missing probably, you know, Monday, as I said, May 10th. All right. Now, the next young man in the middle. Okay. I'm sorry, young lady. Kellerrain Castillo, 14. She was last seen leaving her home on Coney Island at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. Okay, she is around 5 feet tall, weighs 120 pounds, and was last seen wearing black sandals, a red hooded sweatshirt, and black sweatpants. All right, so if you see her, call that Crime Stoppers 1-800-577-8477 All right, and the last one that we have is Carissa Garcia. She's 16 years old. All right, she's the one on your far right. She was last seen inside her home in Elm Park on Staten Island around 11 p.m. on Saturday. The NYPD said she is 5'2" and weighs 100 pounds. If you see any of these 3, okay, Carissa, Kellerrain, and Jeremiah, if you see them or you know anything about their disappearance, please get in touch with Crime Stoppers. All right, help bring these kids home to their families. All right, it's very sad that this is going on like at alarming rates, and we know all kind of things are involved with that, trafficking and everything. So please be on the lookout. Okay, so now we are going to go to Spotlight on our youth. All right. And today we have, for Spotlight on our youth, we have Leanna Archer. Okay. Leanna is a 20-year-old CEO of Leanna's Incorporated. All right. She has a hair and body care products company that she started at 9 years old. This is what our Black youth are doing. 9 years old. Leanna has dedicated her life to being a motivational speaker and sharing her wealth of knowledge to her peers. Her profile includes having conducted business lectures and classes at the University of West Alabama, Binghamton University, Columbia University, MIT, and the New Jersey Institute of Technology. She also participated in the What Makes a Young Champion Summit in Singapore and the 2010 Apple Leadership Summit as a panel member. Leanna was flown to the U.S. Virgin Islands and was honored to be the keynote speaker for the YWCA. Leanna became the youngest person at the age of 13 to ring the NASDAQ NASDAQ opening bell on Wall Street. She has been highlighted by media outlets such as Fox Business, The Today Show, NBC, ABC, BBC, UK World Service, and CNN. Leanna has been featured in several magazines as Forbes, Times, Inc. magazine, Success magazine, Ebony, Jet, Glamour, to name a few. She's been profiled in the Celebrity Net Worth website and set with a net worth of $5 million. So this young Black woman is doing it, and she's 20 years old. She started her company at 9. Get your kids started early, learning about finance, learning about what they want to do, because some of them know at 2 and 3. They're like, oh, this is what I want to do. These kids are awake. Okay. A lot of these kids today, they are awake. So awaken whatever you see your child likes a lot of. If they like painting, if they like sports, if they like TV and media, whatever it is that they like, please get involved and start honing their gifts, because this is who they are going to be. They're going to be, these people here. She has the health and the beauty products and things like that from the age of 9, and now she's 20, and she's been all over the place, as a mentor, this, that, and the other. And that's what we want to see, because that's the thing. America doesn't see that about Black people. And see, the more we shut them up, as far as, no, we're not these people that you portrayed us to be from the beginning, you're a liar. We're doing something totally different, and we're going to pick our people up. We're going to help each one reach one. Everybody, use your platform. Come on. I use my show. I use ministry. Everything that God gives me, I use to help my people. So you do the same. Help your people, because in helping your people, you're going to help yourselves. All right. So let's get to stepping. Let's get to moving, y'all. Come on. All right. So now we're going to go to our health and wellness segment for this week. So in health and wellness today, my advice for health and wellness was talk to those who you can trust with your ideas, because when that's a part of your health and wellness for real. If you don't have people around you that you can talk to about things you want to do and aspire to do and whatnot, it's like hope deferred. It makes your heart sick. It makes you sick that you're around people that you can't trust or whatever, right? So talk to those who you can trust with your ideas, because your ideas are your life. That's your gift. That's your calling. You need people around you that are going to help, you in that direction. That's health. That's wellness. Being able to know who you are, because people who share in your ideas or see you for who you are, they could sometimes give you information, or they could also tell you what they see in you. And sometimes things that they're going to see in you are not going to be good, because everybody's not, you know what I'm saying? We're not perfect. Okay. So they may be able to help you in that area too. They may be able to say, well, this is what I see that you need to do if you want to reach that goal, because I see that you really want to reach that goal. And that's health. That's healthy when you can, sit down one-on-one with people and talk to them about, your dreams, your goals, your desires. So within that as well, get a mentor. Get somebody who you can trust that will mentor you, that will, push you forward, let different things. They'll watch the things that you do, and they'll give you, what can I say, advice and things like that as far as what to do. Also, while you're doing this, make sure that you're eating well, that you're exercising. A lot of us for years, sometimes we ate really bad and things like that. So that plays into it too. Sometimes if you're not eating right and stuff like that, your memory, your brain, everything like that can become foggy. So then you can't receive from those people that are trying to speak life into you, speak wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what it is that God has gifted you with, what you're supposed to be going into, whatever your gift and your calling and your talent is. If you're not eating right, if you're not exercising, even if you're overweight, you know what I'm saying? I've been going through losing weight, lately, and I feel so much better that I'm exercising more. And it takes time. It really does. Don't think that it's just going to be you're just going to be doing this at some real quick fix rate. No, you're not going to be doing it at a quick fix rate. It takes time. So get the exercises that you know that you're going to stick with and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like jogging or like me, I like jump rope. I like to do jump rope. Also, if you're a person, you can deal with doing the squats and things like that. Like I like, you can do those things. And even if in the beginning all you see is that inches are coming off, that's fine. At least inches are coming off. I packed a bag this week. I got to give away a lot of clothes. I got to give away a lot of my clothes because the inches and stuff like that and the weight is coming off. Yes, you get, sometimes you're like, oh man, if I could get down to 140 pounds, oh man, if I could do that. But even a little bit, even if you taking off 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there, at least you're progressing and you're learning what foods you need to eat so that you could stay at a healthy weight and size. All right. So keep that in mind. Be around somebody who can mentor you and help you and whatnot, and also exercise. Okay. Now, so the next part that we're going to get to is the business tips, which is, for business tips today, I would give to you: stay educated in your business genre. Stay educated. Find out what's going on. For me, media, I'm always, reading up on that. Like, what's going on? What are people doing? What are my ideas? And how can my ideas help other people? How could I make my show better? What guests could I have on the show that will really are guests that people will, connect with, so always be educated in your business genre. What is best as far as your lane? My lane is, I combine biblical teaching with health and wellness because it is just that. Yes, you may be Bible educated, but you also have to live in this world. So you have to deal with worldly things. You have to deal with worldly people. You have to deal with health and wellness. You have to deal with business tips. You have to deal with your culture of people who have a lot of different beliefs within your own culture and things like that. But you are in this community. You have to be able to navigate through this world. Okay. And not everybody is going to agree with you, but you have to know how to navigate through this life. Um, well, for me, you know, uh, religious wise or whatever, belief wise, I'll say, because I wouldn't say religion, but belief wise, I have to know how I should be navigating through, you know, uh, everything, everything within this world, because I'm in this world for a purpose, right? I have things to offer, just like everybody, other people have things to offer, but I want it to be where people can receive it, because everybody's on different levels. Doesn't make us better than anybody or worse than anybody else, but so that people can receive what I have to offer. All right. So now, we are going to go back to the lesson that we've been going with the children of Israel as they're navigating through the wilderness after they had left Egypt, right? Okay. So where we're going to be today, we're going to be again, a lot of this is in the book of Exodus, and we're going to be in Exodus today. We're going to give you like a recap of what we've been discussing, because the children of Israel have been enslaved for years. Okay, then they were brought out by Moses, who was their deliverer, God has sent Moses to, okay, Moses, now I want you to go back and get Israel out of Egypt. So we saw how Moses went back and told them, listen, God hasn't forgotten you. He's going to bring you out. So when Moses went back and told them, they listened to him. But when he went and told Pharaoh, who was over Egypt, that they had to let us go, Pharaoh didn't want to hear it, because why? We were their slaves, right? So as much as people talk junk about us, right? We built this country, right? If we left, it would be noticed greatly. I don't care how much these people front. Okay, we were the ones that when we were brought here in slavery, we worked the farms and all of that kind of stuff, and we invented a lot of the things here in this country. We don't get the credit for it, because why? The people that enslave you are insecure, and they're going to say that they created everything. That's how you remain being the slave master, because your mind is really the one that's weak, and you're trying to convince everybody else that you're the grand or papa, or whatever they call it, grandpapa, whatever they call them. Those people, you want to be the one, right? So what you do, you whitewash our history, you do all of these things so that we don't believe that we could ever do anything at all, which is very weak. But this is how people get away with enslaving people, all right? So now the children of Israel are in the wilderness, okay? They're a little scared and all of that. God is feeding them with manna from heaven. They're still complaining. Oh, we need water. And instead of them asking God, they're carrying on and whatnot. So in the meantime, the Lord is telling Moses, okay, I want you to come up here on Mount Sinai. I'm going to give you the 10 Commandments. This is what you need. That's our declaration of independence, really, is the 10 Commandments and the laws and statutes that God gave Moses. That's our declaration. All this other mess that we got when we were that we've been hearing when we hear is a bunch of garbage, because it's only meant for one group of people. When it's only meant for one group of people, you know it's not going to work, because they're always going to change it when it comes time to judge you, right? So you're free unless you're incarcerated. So now we're going to find a way to incarcerate you. We're going to plant drugs on you. We're going to plan home invasions and pretend that you have drugs in your home and that your children are a part of it. We're going to do collars for dollars. We're going to do all of this foolishness to keep you in bondage, right? All right. So now we're in the wilderness here, and the Lord called Moses back up to the mount again to speak with him concerning what he wanted going forward. So he told the other people to stay down at the bottom of the mount, and just for Moses and like Joshua and the elders and whatnot to come up, but to a certain point, and then after that, Moses had to go up and speak to God for himself, right? So when they saw that Moses was delayed, they went and bothered Aaron, Moses' brother, and Aaron told them to break off their earrings and make the golden calf and all of that kind of stuff. So they started worshiping the golden calf. Moses got angry. He came down off the mountain, broke the commandments. He made them drink the calf, because he made them crush it and put it in the water. He made them drink it. He was really pissed off with them. And then the Lord told Moses, you know what? I'm going to kill these people because they're so hard-headed and stiff-necked. I'm tired of them. I'm going to, you know what, Moses, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to make a whole new nation of people. And Moses was upset. And he said, no, Lord, don't do that, because then they'll say that we came out. You just brought us out here to die. And we're going to be, people are going to laugh at us and say that, oh, look what happened to them. They went out there in the wilderness and God killed them, right? So then the Lord said, okay, I won't do that. He said, go ahead on. I want you to go ahead and, lead these people to where I'm telling you, I need for you to go because I prepared a place for you. I promised it to Abraham. So here we have in the 32nd chapter of Exodus, and we'll start at the 13th verse, where Moses says to God, remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants. And Israel was Jacob's name was changed to Israel, right? So remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thine own self, and said unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever. So you say, Lord, come on, you remember you told my forefathers that you were going to do all these great things for us. So the Lord said he was sorry that he thought to kill these people. Moses turned and went down from the mountain. The 2 tables of the testimony were in his hand. They were written on both sides. The tables were the work of God. And Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted. He said unto Moses, there's a noise of war in the camp. And he said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome. But the noise of them that sing do I hear. So it came to pass as they went down, they saw the calf, the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot. He threw the tables out of his hand and all of that, right? So Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the people that they are set on mischief. So now Aaron's trying to play it off like he didn't help make this golden calf, right? For they said unto me, make us gods which will go before us. For as for this Moses, Aaron is making up all these excuses why he allowed these people to allow him to make a golden calf, which is an idol, right? So the people even had got naked and all of that. Like, what that got to do with it? Why are these people doing this stupidness, right? So, Moses stood at the gate of the camp and said, who's on the Lord's side? Let him come unto me. And all the sons of Levi, the Levites, gathered themselves to him. He said to them, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, put every man his sword by his side and go in and out from gate to gate throughout the camp and slay every one, and every man his neighbor. In other words, the ones that don't want to serve the Lord, get them out of here, right? So Moses returned to the Lord and said, this people, sinned a great sin. Okay, so now the Lord said to Moses, whoever has sinned against me, him will I blot out of my book. Therefore go, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, my angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon them. In other words, they're not going to get away with having turned to idols. Whatever they did, they're going to pay for it. All right. The Lord plagued the people because they made the calf, which Aaron made for them. Right. And the Lord said to Moses, depart, go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land that I swear unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I will send an angel. He will drive out the Canaanite. The Canaanites were the one that lived in Israel. That they were the group that God put out so that we could have Israel. Okay, because in Israel and Ethiopia, that land, a lot of that is the land of where the Garden of Eden was. But today is guarded by the angels, by the cherubs. It's being guarded because God does not want us back in that land at this particular time. Remember, Christ has to return to the earth. He'll make a new heaven and new earth, and all things will become new. And we'll be able then to eat of the tree of life. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which Adam and Eve ate from, that was a tree that Lucifer, Satan, had planted. So that's why he didn't want us to have any of that tree, because that was when Satan fell. The devil, he fell and he went into all kind of crazy knowledge of things that he tried to put upon us. And that's why I think I read to you all how the fallen angels that fell also after him, Azazel and them, taught us all of this kind of stuff that we weren't supposed to learn. It had nothing really to do with us, right? So now he said, I will send an angel before you to drive out the Canaanite, Amorite, Hittite, Perizzite, Hivite, and the Jebusites. unto a land flowing with milk and honey, for I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Our people are very stubborn and stiff-necked. And I'm addressing this about us. I am. I'm not blaming a white man for this or nothing like that. This is something that we have got to stop doing. We have got to stop being stubborn and stiff-necked. We have to stop that. We have to start listening to the voice of the Lord, to the things that he tells us. All right. We have got to stop that, because this is a big drawback for us. All right. Now, when the people heard these tidings, guess what they did? They mourned, and no man did put on his ornaments. So they like kids. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, right? For the Lord said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, you're stiff-necked. I'll come up in the midst of you in a moment and consume you. Therefore, put off your ornaments from you, that I may know what to do unto thee. So the Lord is saying, take all that crap off that y'all got from the golden calf and all this mess. Get rid of that stuff. And the children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by the Mount of Horeb. And Moses took the tabernacle and pitched it, the wilderness tabernacle that we've been studying. You saw the different components of it. Okay, he pitched it without the camp, afar off from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of the congregation. And it came to pass that everyone which sought the Lord went out unto the tabernacle of the congregation, which was without the camp. So if you sought the Lord, you went there to the tabernacle of the congregation. When Moses went out unto the tabernacle, all the people rose up, stood up every man at his tent door, and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacle. As Moses entered the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar that led them by day, all right, descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord talked with Moses. So the Lord came to Moses in the cloud, like, it came upon the tabernacle, right? That's, the Spirit of God talking to Moses. And it came to pass, Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended. All the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door. They rose up and worshiped every man in the tent door. So they're watching as God is speaking to Moses, and they're worshiping the Lord like they're supposed to do. Be silent, worship the Lord, give him glory, right? All right. So the Lord spake to Moses face to face, as a man speaketh to his friend. All right. And he turned again into the camp, but his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle. So Joshua was his right hand man, right? And Joshua was the one that originally was the one that ended up making it into Canaan, because these people were so stiff-necked, they died in the wilderness. A lot of them died. That generation died. The ones that were born out of that generation were the ones that made it over into Israel with Joshua. All right. He turned again into the camp, but his servant Joshua stayed at his side. And Moses said to the Lord, see, thou sayest unto me, bring up this people. Thou hast not let me know whom thou wilt send with me. Yet you said, I know thee by name, and that I found grace in your sight. Now, therefore, I pray thee, I have found grace in thy sight. Show me now the way that I may know thee, that I may find grace in your sight, and consider that this nation is your people. Show me that Israel's your people. Who are you going to send with me? And he said, my presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest. And he said unto them, if my presence doesn't go with you, and he said unto him, if your presence, this is Moses saying unto the Lord, if your presence doesn't go with me, then don't carry me up, because I can't take these people. They don't listen. So if you ain't going to be with me, Lord, I can't do it. For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight? Is it not in that thou go with us? So shall we be separated if you don't, I and thy people, from all the people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord said unto Moses, I will do this thing also that you have spoken, for you have found grace in my sight, and I know you by name. Like God is saying, you my boy. I got you, right? And he said, I beseech thee, show me thy glory. Moses saying, come on, Lord, Show me your glory. And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before you, and will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and show mercy on whom I show mercy. And he said, you can't see my face, for there will no man see me and live. Because God is so wonderful and glorious that we can't even take the sight of him. If we were to see him face to face, we would die, because we're flesh. We can't take his glory. And it shall come to pass, while my glory pass by, that I will put thee in a cleft of the rock. So I'll put you in a cleft of the rock, and I'll cover you with my hand while I pass by. I will take away my hand, and you will see my back parts, but my face will not be seen. All right? So this is where we're at now. The Lord is showing Moses his glory. All right? Joshua is close by. He's seeing all this go on, because Joshua is going to be the one to bring us into Canaan, or today, which you would be calling Israel. All right. So we're going to leave off at that point where this is where God had taken Moses and Joshua and the elders and the peoples. But the people were stubborn. They're stubborn, and we're like that today, y'all. Black folks, we come on now. We got to stop this stuff. We got to stop it. Israel, stop it. 12 tribes, stop it. And I'm not just talking about just black people, because the black people that are here, like I told you, that are in America, basically, most of us are from the tribe of Judah, or we're from the tribe of Benjamin, the West Indian man. Okay, we're from those tribes, but we also have the Indians that are here. They're from the tribe of Gad, and we have all these other tribes that look different now, that are all around the world. We've been scattered to the four corners of the earth. So we are people of color, but we are one. Okay, so we've got to get it together, y'all. We have to. We really, really cannot continue the way that we are. We must come together. We must come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. And it's funny, the Bible is the most sold book in the world. The most sold book. All right. So as much as people try to act like, I don't believe the Bible, I don't believe the Bible. Right? Come on. All right. So let's get it together. All right. So we're going to see you again next week on the Crystal Jones Show. Like I said, you can watch the show every Sunday from 2:30 to 3:30. Optimum 68 Files 2134, BronxNet.tv. Also go to the Crystal Jones TV show at Facebook and YouTube. You could always watch me there. Okay, check me out on Instagram at the Crystal Jones Show, and email me at thecrystaljoneshow@gmail.com. So God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. Think about what I'm saying. Stop being stubborn, and you stay balanced.
Stop using church intimidation, control and manipulation. Jezebel and all them spirits, fall back, not trying to hear it. Go with Jesus, walk in peace. On your pew can sit that beast that we're fighting in the world. I'm that JC Supergirl, Jesus Christ, belt of truth, arm of God, I'm slaying you. Power of the word to a sword. MC Heaven rocks for her Lord. Thought they crept in unaware. Didn't see the gatekeeper standing right there. Not getting down with your tactics, undoctrinal practice.